Hello everyone, this is Mayank and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll discuss one particular stock in the rice export sector. So this is a continuation from the previous video. The previous video what we published was about the rice export sector analysis. So before you continue with this particular stock analysis video, I would recommend that you watch that video so that you understand the overall sector as a whole and then you understand whether the stock in the sector will do good or not overall. So, but a humble request for you is that before you continue watching the video, please watch this video completely till the end and every part so that you understand the entire business, entire fundamentals, and you don't take a decision based on certain specific points. And second thing is that if you think the video is helpful and all, please don't forget to like the video. This will help the video to get recommended to more and more people. So let's start the discussion. So KRBL is the company what we're going to discuss today. KRBL is the parent company which is the parent of India Gate brand. So they have more than 13 brands, out of which the primary brand what all of us must have seen is India Gate basmati rice. So I'll give a brief. The company is divided into basically two kind of businesses. One is basmati, non-basmati, but their major market is basmati export, basmati rice export to different countries, but and they are doing very less of non-basmati and mostly that is China. And the reason why they do this because the margin of basmati is way higher than non-basmati rice. So as per the company's report, the basmati margin around 10 to 12%. In the case of non-basmati is around 3 to 3%. So the company doesn't want to do anything which is margin is single digit. So basically that's the reason they want to focus on basmati rice. So this is how the company says. Now let's see few points of the business, understand how the strength of the company, how big is the company, and what is the major points which gives this company edge over others. So KRBL is world's leading rice producer and 120-year-old company. This is not world's largest. There are other companies also, other countries also which export basmati. There's a company in Pakistan also does basmati export quite good. But KRBL is a major exporter rice producer in the world. They are the world largest milling plant that spread across 200 acres in Punjab. So 200 acres is a huge amount of land. If you cannot emphasize that, probably a small village it is not even 200 acres. So their plant is so big, and this is world largest milling plant, a rice milling plant. Then they have a warehouse of 6 million square feet. That is over 346 acres. So that is even bigger than their largest milling plant. 346 acres is a huge amount of land. Just imagine 6 million square feet warehouse they have only for rice. They are India's first integrated rice milling plant. What is integrated rice milling company? So when we talk about integrated, okay, so integrated means they provide seeds to farmers. They take care of R&D on seeds also, and they provide the same seeds to farmers. They take care of the procuring the rice from the farm, so basically the production. Then they take care of milling. Then they take care of packaging. Then they take care of marketing, and they take care of branding also. So everything right from the seed R&D to the selling to the end consumer, this company does everything. So that's why they call themselves integrated rice milling company. Also, they do power generation as well for the on plant. So they don't buy anything from the market. They do everything themselves, and that's the reason they are called integrated rice milling company. And they are India's first integrated rice milling company. This is very important because they're not dependent on anything. They are also pioneer in contract farming also. So when I say contract farming, that means they how terms works is they sign a deal with the farmers that whatever crops they grow, there's a fixed money for that in that season. So if the production is less also, they will pay the same amount. If the production is more also, they'll pay the same amount. So this is called contract farming, where they provide all the seeds and everything to the farmer, and a certain amount of money also based on the agreement to the farmers. So this is called contract farming, and those farmers will sell their paddies only to KRBL only. And this is very important because you have this sourcing sorted. You don't need to fight for the sourcing every other season like many small companies does. As I told you, they have very strong R&D. They're pioneer in contract farming. So they're only first company, rice company, which are in the contract farming. They sell basmati around 13 brands, majorly India Gate. They have other brands also, but India Gate is something which we have seen ads, we have seen on the top of the shelf of every other supermarket store, even small retail stores also. So India Gate is a major brand for this company. They export to 82 countries and 47% revenue comes from exports. So 82 countries, I cannot name every other country, but every other major country, this company does export to those markets. Saudi Arabia, Iran, USA, Canada, European countries, they do for every other countries in the world, major countries. And then 47% is written over here are comes from export, 53%, around 50% revenue comes from the domestic market, and 3% revenue comes from power generation. So they generate power within their own premise, out of which 40% they use for their own usage captive, and remaining 60% they sell it to the grid. And from there, they generate a revenue of 3% of their total revenue. This is how the company revenue is split: 47% exports, 50% from their domestic sales, and 3% from their power generation. In terms of power generation, they're also focusing on renewable power generation. So this is also getting a edge for the company. Going further, we'll talk about fundamentals now. So you understand the business, what this company is all about, how old is the company, what is strength, how it is placed compared to its competitors, how the revenue is split. So this part you understood. Let's talk about fundamental. So fundamentally, these are the numbers. Company has a market cap of around 5,000 crores. This is a small cap company. The stock P is 10, which is quite attractive. ROE is quite decent. Promoter holding is 59.5%, whereas there is no change in promoter holding. That means there is no pledge or anything like that. Sales wise, if you see it, 18, 19, 20, the company has grown a lot. 21, there is a dip in revenue, but the profitability doesn't hit much. It's almost same as 2020, though the revenue is less. Now, why the revenue got decreased? There's a big reason for it, and those reasons are the challenges also for the company. So we'll discuss the challenges here. What the challenges the company is facing, has been facing, and that might continue for some time also. We'll discuss one by one. First is the increase in shipment cost. The shipment cost of the since they're exporter of all the product is gone by huge margin, and this is impacting the overall cost of procurement for the customers. The cost is so high that in some cases the cost of procurement is shipment is 50% of the cost of the product. Just for giving the context of it, suppose you order one product from Amazon, 100 rupees worth of product, and delivery cost itself is 50. So if you are ordering a product worth 100, and if you have to pay 50 rupees a delivery cost, very less chances are there that you will order that product unless and until that is very necessary for you. So unless and until something is very necessary for the client, customers, they will not order export rice, they'll not import rice from KRBL because of shipment cost. And this is something which is out of the control for this company. They cannot control the shipment cost, that is gone high for everyone. To keep a context, the export for US, which was supposed to be $2,000, that has gone up to $12,000. Same goes for Europe also. From 900 cost, the cost has jumped to $7,000. So you can see the kind of jump is almost 10 times. In the case of not 10 times, it's around 7 times, 8 times increase in the cost in the case of Europe. Similarly goes for USA also. And Middle East, which is a prime market for KRBL, for them also the price has increased around $700 to $2,500. So around 4 times the price has increased, 3.5 times. So if the shipment cost increased so much, this definitely impact on the customers, because of which they don't want to import right now. They want to wait for the price of the entire shipping to reduce. And this is impacting the business. One more reason, unavailable containers. So containers are not available. So if you have ship also, if somebody is ready to get the product also at the price, but even in that case, containers are not available, because of which the price of shipment increased a lot, and the shipping companies made a lot of money. So if you see last year, all the shipping companies made a lot of money. One company which gave a multiplier return to all of the people invested in that. We had also made a video on Lancer container. We made a video on price of 60 rupees. The price went up to 300 also. So people invest in the stock, they get a multiplier return within a span of 6 to 7 months. If you want to watch that video, you can search on the channel, or you can search for Lancer container Mayank Tripathi, you'll get that video. So if you want to understand the context of how the shipping industry works, you can watch that video. Moving further, one more problem that happened for this company is the bad monsoon. The monsoon got delayed. It moved to October, because of which the production got delayed, and hence the sales in that particular quarter also got delayed, because of which the entire revenue got disturbed. One more reason is Saudi Arabia. So as I told you, Middle East is a major market for KRBL, and Saudi Arabia is a premium market. A lot of rice consumption goes into Saudi Arabia, and basmati rice. India Gate basmati rice is the major sales from KRBL in the Saudi Arabia region. Now what happened, the distributor which was there in Saudi region, they had some financial problem because of which they couldn't continue with KRBL, correct? And now KRBL want to find a new distributor. And since because of pandemic they couldn't travel to the country and they cannot have meetings and everything, so this because of which the finding a new distributor get delayed and hence the market got disturbed. So instead of 1 lakh, this go it reduced to 20,000 tons of rice. So it's reduced by 1/5. So this is the problem. Other problem is the US sanction on Iran. So there are a lot of problems here, right? You can see. So these problems are not related to KRBL. KRBL is doing good in our own terms. Their production is good, their farming is good, their power generation, their balance sheet, everything is good. The problems are external factors. Shipment and all they can't control, containers availability they can't control, weather god they can't control. Saudi Arabia distributor, if they have financial problem, they can't change it. US has put a sanction on Iran, so they also can't change. So there are a lot of things which are external factors, which are challenges which they can't control because of their business has suffered a lot. But since the company's fundamentals are very strong, these challenges are temporary challenges. And eventually, the shipment cost has to reduce. Eventually, they will find a distributor in Saudi Arabia, and they will eventually they'll get money what they spent on Iran. They'll get back that. So all things will become good in the due course of time. And since company's fundamental is strong, they'll start making more money and making more sales. So what's the plan? What's the next plan? So next plan, they have acquired some new companies which they have not disclosed yet. They have acquired some land also in Maharashtra, West Bengal, Karnataka, setting up new plants. This got delayed because of COVID, but eventually they got the land and they are going to start the work. They have increased in domestic revenues. As per their financial the con call, if you see, their domestic revenue increased by 100% last year. So what happened? People having at home, people became more brand conscious. People have more disposable income because of work from home. They started consuming more branded products. So the sales of basmati rice increased by double. So it's increased by around 109% compared to previous year. So though the export revenue got hit by 47% around, their domestic sales increased by 100%. So this has given them a good cushion against the losses. But still, since the domestic sales has doubled, but the was hit in the export sales, there's a reduction in sales. But now, since people started consuming the branded products, and eventually export will become sorted, so overall the company's growth will be faster. So this is a good revenue generation for them. Focus on retailing and Horeca business. So Horeca stands for hotel, restaurant, and catering. That will start dealing with hotels, restaurant, and catering businesses. In terms of technical analysis, if you see, this is the targets what we have. Currently, this price what we took in the morning is around 207.7. Okay, and from there, when we created the video, there was a gain of 56.27%. And first target, second target with a gain of 85.26%. The price, if you see, the first target price 323 and second target price is 381. Now we'll see this technical analysis in detail also. So I'll move to trading view and I will do the analysis for you so that you can understand how the analysis has been done. So if you see this is the chart we opened for last 5 years. So first the growth has been very good. We'll skip this part. We'll go back here, and if you see, this is a very good inverse head and shoulder pattern. This was there before also when we first recommended this stock on the channel, but right now also this is a very good pattern where we can invest in this money. So there are two patterns. I'll show you one by one. This is first, you see, from this point to here, this is almost take it from this almost a range. So this is the range. So this is one line and this is one line. So if you see, this is a very strong base. So this company has been trading this range from 10 February 2020. So this before the crash. So after the crash, the stock has been gone up, then came down, then again gone up, then again came down. So this is a range. So this range became our first target. So as I showed in the previous screenshot, so from this base, this is the range. So this range itself is a profit of 80.64%. 81% is the profit in this range itself. Now since the stock has moved in the last couple of days, this has become the current price. From the current price also, if you see, the target comes around 50 to 51% is the target from the current price, but from the range it's around 80%. Now this is first. Second target, which I personally think, is this. So this is also a very good strong resistance point. These are few resistance. I'll scroll up, I'll just make a circle. So this was the first resistance, this was the second resistance, and this was the third resistance. So this is a very strong resistance, and this can be your target. So 51% definitely from the current price point. Second target will be this, and this will also be a very strong resistance. I just encircle that to highlight this. So this will be together will become very strong resistance. So if you see the target from this particular price point, current price point, if you still invest in this current price point, this is the target. So target around 79 to around 83% is the target. So target one I told you is a price of 318 around 20, and 389 is the target of second target. Now I'm not saying this can be reached very easily because the current situation in geopolitical situation is not good. There is a continuous increase in fuel price that will increase the shipping cost. There is a continuous dilemma going in the around the world, what is going to happen till when the war will continue, what is the outcome of the war. So this price may start fluctuating here itself, and you might get this stock at the base price also, like at this particular price 178.80 also. That is a very good opportunity. Opportunity is still present now also in this stock, and it might happen that everything starts getting good terms, like war might get over very soon and prices start reducing and things might go in the favor also, and the stock might start moving up. So there is no specific target date is what will happen, because there's no certainty what is going to happen in the world right now. Nobody can talk about, nobody say about it. So my recommendation would be that you can invest in the stock if you think that uh, this stock is a good investment for you. So what I mean by that, you do your own due diligence before investing, do your own research before investing, and invest only the money which you don't need in a very specific period of time, because this return might take a longer than expected time also, and this might come in short period of time also. So don't invest any money which you need in a very short period of time or in a very specific period of time. So this was my analysis for this particular company. So if you think that the video was helpful, please don't forget to like the video, give your comments in the feedback, share with your friends and family. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to get notified whenever a new video is published. Thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay safe.